Welcome back to my Jordan Peterson test part 4. These next 3 characteristics we're going to look at are, well, they really shock most people most of the time. But I have to tell you, it is not me at all. It is me, but it's not. These neuroticism, I'm in the zeroth percentile. That here, what you see there, it represents a person who just follows the will of God and takes everything as coming from God. Good, bad, ugly, doesn't matter. It's the will of God. And so this causes me to never be negative. 0th percentile. I am never negative. People with exceptionally low levels of neuroticism virtually never focus on the negative elements, anxieties, and uncertainties of the past, present, and the future. Part of the trick to this is I only live in the moment, the exact moment. The past is gone, and certainly bad things have happened in the past, but it's gone, it's over. I can't change it or fix it or do anything about it. And people who focus on the past, they have a high level, they get very depressed, high level, depression. And I never focus on the future because the future is what I create in the moment. So the future, if you go into the future, you're going to suffer from anxiety. So I keep away from those two things. It's only the now that matters. So what I'm doing in this second, that's all that matters. They always keep their head in a storm. This is why people turn to me. You always want to be a leader because I'm not hysterical or anything like that. They never make mountains out of molehills. They have exceptional high levels of self-esteem. Unfortunately, that is true. Sometimes I've been made jokes. Sometimes if my head were any bigger, I wouldn't be able to fit through the door. I try very hard, again, to, kind of bury all that. They are resistant to anxiety disorders and depression, again, particularly if average or above in extroversion. And I am above an extroversion. And again, how you do that is you have to live in the moment. You can't live in the past and you can't live in the future. You have to live in the moment. You want a 0th percentile in neuroticism, you have to live in the moment. Let's go down here. Withdrawal, exceptionally low. Again, I'm in the 0th percentile. Individuals exceptionally low in withdrawal virtually never suffer or are impeded by expiratory anxiety. Again, this is living in the moment. All these 3 things, and the next one is all about living in the moment and about giving your life to the will of God. It is as God wills it. And also to another aspect that I say over and over again is evil does the work of God. So, when you see bad and evil things, they don't bother you. You know that everything is coming from the hands of God. So these things are, who are you to complain about the hands of God? You just don't. That's all there is to it. You live in the moment and you accept the will of God. Why we can't accept the will of God is because it's always contrary to what we want. We want what we want, as my daughter once told me. Well, I can't help wanting what I want. Well, you can. You just have to work on it. Like a good 25 years. Anyway, let's move on. Oops, open this. We're jumping ahead. We missed, sorry. About this jumping ahead. Boy, did we ever jump ahead. Volatility. I'm exceptionally low. The 2nd percentile. Individuals exceptionally low in volatility are extraordinarily stable and predictable in their moods. And that I am. They are virtually never irritable because, again, you're practicing all these things, accepting everything that comes your way is coming from God. They rarely experience disappointment, frustration, pain, and loneliness. That doesn't mean those things don't happen. They do. But when they do, you just accept them as coming from God. They are not at all argumentative, and most never lose their composure. 25 years in learning to accept the will of God. That is why that reads like that. Okay. And we'll come back.